Have you ever noticed something strange? We celebrate turning 80 like it's the final victory. But then, most people fade fast. Why? Why do so many lives start to unravel just after 80? The truth is, it's not because of bad luck. It's because of 4 hidden forces silently working against the body. And most people don't even know they're there until it's too late. Living long is one thing. But staying strong, independent, and clear-minded after 80? That takes more than birthdays. It takes awareness. Because the real enemies of longevity aren't loud. They're invisible. Quiet. Slow. But they're powerful. In this video, we're going to reveal the 4 biggest reasons most people struggle to live well past 80, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally too. These aren't just theories. They're backed by decades of medical research, and the first-hand experiences of people who defied the odds. And by the end of this video, you won't just understand these forces, you'll know exactly how to protect yourself from them. Stick around, because the 4th reason might surprise you, and it could be the one that matters most. Before we dive deeper, take a moment to like this video if you're finding it helpful so far. It really helps more people discover this kind of life-saving information. And if you care about aging well, for yourself or someone you love, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We share insights like this every week to help you stay strong, sharp, and independent at every stage of life. And don't forget to share this video with a friend or parent who needs to hear this. Sometimes, just knowing what to look out for can change everything. Let's dive in. Reason 1. Silent inflammation that accelerates aging. One of the biggest threats to health after 80 doesn't come from outside the body. It starts quietly within. It's something doctors often call inflammaging. That's the chronic, low-grade inflammation that slowly damages cells, tissues, and organs without causing obvious symptoms at first. And over time, it wears the body down from the inside out. This kind of inflammation is different from the swelling you see after a sprain or a cut. It's internal. It builds up through years of stress, processed food, poor sleep, lack of movement, and even environmental toxins. And while it may not cause pain at first, it affects everything. Your heart, your brain, your joints, even your immune system. Think about George, 82. He didn't smoke. He didn't drink. He walked every day. But he often felt tired, stiff, and foggy, even though his blood work looked normal. It wasn't until he visited a specialist that they found high levels of inflammatory markers in his system. No big disease, just quiet inflammation simmering in the background for years. The body's ability to handle inflammation weakens with age. So the same things you could ignore in your 50s or 60s, like processed snacks, long periods of sitting, or poor sleep, start to take a heavier toll after 80. Inflammation slowly chips away at resilience. It increases the risk of dementia, heart disease, and frailty. And most people don't even know it's happening. But here's the good news. Some of the most powerful tools against inflammation are simple and free. Eating more whole foods. Walking daily. None of it happens overnight, but every step helps lower the flame. And with less inflammation, your body has a better chance to stay strong long after 80. Reason 2. Muscle loss that leads to weakness and falls. After the age of 60, the body naturally begins to lose muscle every year. And after 80, that process speeds up. This gradual weakening is called sarcopenia. Most people don't notice it right away. It doesn't start with big changes, it starts with the little things. Struggling to open jars. Standing up from a chair more slowly. Avoiding stairs because they feel just a bit harder. The problem is, muscle isn't just for strength. It protects balance. It supports joints. It helps regulate blood sugar and metabolism. And when muscle disappears, the risk of falling, breaking bones, and losing independence climbs fast. Take Frank, 84. He was sharp, cheerful, and still living alone. But one afternoon, he tripped on a rug and broke his hip. He had always thought of himself as steady, but after the fall, he realized how much strength he had lost in just the last few years. Strength he thought he still had. What makes muscle loss so dangerous after 80 is how quickly it affects everything. One fall can lead to weeks in bed, and weeks in bed lead to more weakness. Then comes the walker. The loss of freedom. The quiet shrinking of a once active life. But muscle loss isn't inevitable. It can be slowed, and in many cases, reversed. Walking regularly helps. Using light weights or resistance bands a few times a week. getting enough protein, stretching gently to stay mobile. These small efforts add up, especially when done consistently. It's never about becoming a bodybuilder, it's about staying steady, mobile, and strong enough to keep doing what matters most. Whether that's gardening, grocery shopping, or simply getting out of bed safely each morning, muscle is your body's silent protector. And after 80, it might just be the one thing that keeps you living not just longer, but better. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Reason 3, sleep, your hidden healer. As we get older, sleep changes. And not always for the better. It becomes harder to fall asleep, harder to stay asleep, and harder to feel truly rested. And after 80, the effects of poor sleep show up not just at night, but all day long. You may notice small things, more daytime fatigue, forgetting names, a shorter fuse. But beneath the surface, something deeper is happening. The body heals during sleep. The brain clears waste. The immune system recharges. So when sleep is shallow or broken, those vital repairs don't happen properly. Let's talk about Alice, 86. She didn't think much of waking up 3 or 4 times a night. It's just part of aging, she figured. But soon, she felt it, her memory slipped. Her energy drained. She got sick more often. A doctor finally explained, poor sleep wasn't just tiring her out. It was slowing her healing, weakening her immune system, and fogging her mind. Once she made some simple changes, like going to bed at the same time, cutting back on caffeine, getting sunlight in the morning, and keeping her room cool and dark, her clarity started to return. Her strength, too. Many people think they just have to live with poor sleep after a certain age. But that's not entirely true. There are ways to improve it. And after 80, quality sleep becomes as important as quality food or movement. It affects how well you think, how steady you walk, how strong your immune system stays, and how much joy you can find in each day. Whatever it was, don't let it just be information. Let it be a turning point. A decision to keep showing up for your body, your mind, and your purpose. Aging isn't about fading. It's about focusing. It's about choosing what matters most, protecting it, and letting the rest fall away. You've earned the right to live this stage of life with wisdom and strength. Don't settle for less. That if you've stayed with us to this point, take a quiet breath. Not out of fear, but out of clarity. Living past 80 is a gift. But many don't get there feeling their best. Not because they didn't care, but because they didn't know what was quietly wearing them down. Inflammation. Muscle loss. Poor sleep. Loneliness. They creep in slowly. Silently. And by the time they're obvious, damage is already underway. But now you know. And that knowledge is power. This video isn't meant to scare you, it's meant to equip you. To remind you that even small, steady changes matter. The choices you make this week, this month, this year can shape the quality of your life for years to come. So what stood out to you the most? Was it how inflammation builds quietly? How fragile strength becomes without movement? How sleep repairs more than we ever realized? Or how purpose might be the strongest medicine of all? Whatever it was, hold on to it. Act on it. You're not just surviving past 80, you're still living. And there's so much left to live for. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you.